we're going to flip the script on you. We're going to go to the streets. Me and Aussie going to talk to you peeps, seeing what's up. But first, let's talk about our day. Hit it, Austin.
Welcome to the What's Good Tampa Show.
What's Good Tampa Show.
This is where we talk about all things Tampa Bay and beyond. Coming to you from the Gimmick in Ybor City, here's your hosts, Austin and Sean.
All right, what's good, Tampa? What's good, Tampa Show? So, those of you who are probably watching this episode now, I know we didn't have an episode that came out last week, but I'm going to post it anyway.
Oh, you are? You've decided to.
I've decided to, so we're going to have like 2 episodes we're dropping in a row.
Okay.
So it's going to be like crazy megasode.
I like it.
What do you think?
Like one, then the next day the other, or the same day we're going to release 2?
The same day we're going to release 2.
And did you tell them why we couldn't release last week's, or why we were thinking about not releasing?
Well,
nothing to do with Mary Kate.
Yeah, no, I thought Mary Kate was great. I just heard there's some back-end drama going on with the club owner here.
Oh, we'll get into that.
And,
the club owner.
And Mary Kate, I guess, and this whole don't tell comedy thing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that'll be exciting to learn more. You will tell us more, I hope.
Yeah, I'm just going to give you all the information I have at hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's, again, drama in Sean's world per usual.
Yep. And then the drama on the video is the reason that we weren't going to drop it. You pieced it together enough to make it work.
I did. And, that's speaking of drama, we talked a little bit about this last week with the Rays and the whole stadium and all that. So did you see that now it's officially not going to happen in Ybor?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's bad news. I guess so they were saying that the stadium height, it was going to be a closed-in stadium, and that the height is restricted here in Ybor on how high it would need to be in order to have like a retractable roof.
They weren't willing to change the laws.
Yeah, they weren't going to change it. So it's like now Ybor is just out of the question, which Ybor's been in the question, been in the game for
a decade.
A while. Definitely a couple years now we've been talking about Ybor is the place where the Rays are going, and now they're not. So that's disappointing. I guess they're probably going to stay across the bridge over in St. Pete, but I was kind of, a retractable roof would be nice, so that'll be definitely an upgrade. Several $100 million they say that's going to cost in order to put
with all these people
roof.
Moving here and taxes going up, they could afford it.
You think so?
Oh,
you think so?
Oh, yeah.
That, and then now you just saw that the Lightning, their schedule was released for next season too. Yeah. So the first home game will be October 18th. We went to the first home game.
We did.
Yeah, last season. So maybe we should make this a tradition.
I think we should. We'll hit up our sponsors.
Let's hit up our sponsors, see if they can help us out with that. That would be fun. But yeah, 83 games in a season or 82, something crazy
and then
like that.
And it comes quick because think about this too. They just got done again 3 years in a row, and it's like, where did, in football, like you were saying last week, it goes away for a while, like noticeably.
Yeah.
Now they're only playing 16 or 18 games, 17 games in 18 weeks plus playoffs. But like basketball, 72
insane.
Games.
Yeah, I think it's October 11th will be kind of the first game, but our first first 3 games are away. So anyways, but yeah, it's exciting. October 18th we'll be playing the Philadelphia Flyers at home, and hopefully we can get back to the Cup this year. I mean,
at this point, it's like every single year they either get there or it's a bust season.
Well, it's like we're the New England Patriots of hockey, so we should hang our heads or hold our heads high on that, I guess. And then, what I was thinking about the other day too? So we are fortunate, like we talked about last episode, to like have a good football team now. Finally, took long enough.
Oh, yeah.
Have a good hockey team. The Rays are pretty good too. I think I don't really follow much of baseball.
They've been good in the past. They went to the World Series 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was just a few years ago that they, I remember
lost,
but yeah, they got pretty far along. And then we also have, I've never seen an arena football game. Have you? The Storm.
Yes.
That's another one I feel like we need to do like for an episode of the show.
Arena football's fun. It's different. It's like, picture 15,000 fans at max. I mean, they probably only have a few thousand during the regular seasons, but it's cool because a lot of them are either like just on the brink. They didn't have enough to get to the next level. I don't know what they're getting paid. I believe it's much less than a 6-figure income, but they play a certain amount of games. Now, arena football became awesome back in the day too, is like you'd have players that like were in the NFL, like maybe a long-term backup quarterback, and then goes to the Arena League and lights it on fire. And so it is kind of fun, but it's just different because it's not football the way football. Like they kick it off and you can careen it off the net, and then you pick it up and run. It's only an 80-yard field.
Okay, so but have you been to a Storm game?
I haven't. I went to a few games when I lived in Atlanta.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so I think that would be a fun thing to do.
Definitely.
And then in addition to that, like we just have so many teams and so many sports things going on. Like eventually, and we also have what's it called? The XFL. Did you watch the original XFL?
Yes, I watched the original.
Like
instead of kickoffs, they had two people sprint from the goal line to try to get the ball. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then they ran it like a wrestling show. It was like they had like wrestling announcers. You thought that was the cool part?
In game, But here's the thing: at that point, there's a fine line with wrestling when they went through the whole thing. Like, is it fake? Is it real?
Right.
And I think Hogan said it best one time. He said everything is predetermined in the beginning of who's going to win, but everything else in there is as real as it gets.
Right. Yeah. Well, and it was just so cheesy though. Like they did the backstage with the cheerleaders. Do you remember that? Like inside the girls' locker room.
Okay, hold on. Let's back it up. Cheesy, and now you're telling me it's like wrestling, and wrestling's not cheesy.
No, wrestling is cheesy.
Oh, okay.
Wrestling's cheesy, and it's a show. It's meant to be a show. This was supposed to be actual sport,
sort
but they added cheesy in it
because they wanted those same fans. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess so. And at that time, that was what was hot in wrestling, so maybe they just assumed it would cross over and work. I don't know, but I'm excited to see what the hell The Rock does with it. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing: if the XFL stays rules-wise as close to the NFL as possible and gets some legitimacy, I'll give you a perfect example of what's happening right now with Live Golf and PGA.
Okay.
A lot of the XFL will never get the biggest names in the sports because the NFL is still king.
Got it.
Live Golf bought Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, these huge superstars, and modified the way the games are played, but the rules of golf are exactly the same.
Okay.
But they're doing more interviews, not cheesy, but for the first winner, they're spraying champagne all over each other. They're trying to make it more exciting. I think that's what the XFL did.
Yeah.
The problem is it's a creature of habit. To get somebody to give up the idea of NFL is not as good as the XFL is going to be tough. But in my mind, who cares? Because if you're doing it in the off season and people like football and they can bet on it, they'll do it all day.
So you think just because it'll be an alternative to football in the off season, and people can bet on it, that'll be successful.
Like they don't like hockey, but they can watch XFL.
I think people will give it a shot, but I don't know if it'll stick around. I know that our attendance supposedly for the Vipers was okay when they had that short season, and then COVID quickly shut it down.
Well, I mean, soccer did that too. You know, Orlando City when they did the MLS.
Well, we have the Rowdies here too. Yep. They play over in St. Pete for
everything's
soccer.
over in St. Pete now.
Well,
they should bring the Buck Stadium over there.
Yeah, that would no way. That would see that I would not like. But anyway, so February is actually when the XFL season starts again. So I want to actually try it out. I'm going to give it a shot. You know, again, we have a Tampa team, and there's only 8 to 12 teams, or there's not many teams. So the fact that we're even thrown in there is pretty cool. And again, it's The Rock now owning it. So how will it be different?
Yeah,
he's seems like a smart guy. He knows how to run a business. He doesn't let people just come in and take over his business and things like that.
Or does he have good people that came over and took over his business? He's really good at listening.
You think so? That could be it too.
I mean, what's his business? What are we talking about? The clothing line?
The brand.
The brand?
The Rock is his
brand. So you think he's the CEO and he runs the show and he points and clicks where it goes?
I think in a lot of ways he does.
I do not think that at all. I think he worries about being the face, and I think he has really smart people that are like, this will be, absolutely.
Well, I mean, I'm sure for some things,
The Rock's a good wrestler.
Do his own accounting.
He's a good face, dude. But I'm sorry, I don't look at The Rock being like, he's in that boardroom making great decisions.
Oh, I would have a hard time thinking he lets things just get by him and launch.
He's got you sold. He's got you buying those shirts. He's got you buying those shirts.
Rock shirt.
Me neither. Wasn't even my favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Was he ever your favorite wrestler? At one point, did you say,
he actually was. At one point, he was my favorite wrestler when we went through the Stone Cold Austin Rock feud. You know, that was Rock was on point there. It was awesome.
Verbals were good.
Stone
Cold still rose up to the day, I believe.
Yeah. Well, speaking of similar to wrestling, the Vigilant MMA, are we going to try to go? I don't know.
We are reached out to DJ, but coming off that loss, we'd like to talk to him to do it. But we can go. I mean,
So would you want to talk about the skits we've got planned for the show, or some of the things we're gonna do later on in the show?
Absolutely.
Tell us about them.
So you mean what we're doing out on the street today?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be really cool. If you're in the Ybor, South Tampa area over the next few months, every Thursday and or Saturday, we're gonna be out on the streets doing simple street interviews, talking to people from Tampa, just to get kind of known out there. Some of our sponsorships are going to be sponsoring the day of skits that we do. So we may have some giveaways. We may have we're going to be giving away free shirts. We wanted to ask you a couple questions. They're Tampa questions. You got to get 5 in a row correct, and you win a free T-shirt.
Okay.
Where are your free T-shirts?
Right behind you.
Okay.
So the first one here. Spell Florida.
Florida.
1 for 1. Okay. Number 2. The mayor of Tampa.
Is Castor, right?
2 for 2. First name.
Betty, I think it is.
Jane, but Betty.
You're right,
She looks
Betty.
like a Betty, doesn't she?
No, yeah. It was Jane Castor that
Yeah.
ran for the school board.
School board. Okay. Number 3. Governor of Florida.
DeSantos. Ron.
Yeah, there. All right. Number 4. The capital of Florida.
I want to be stupid, but it's Tallahassee.
All right, here's the best part. The southernmost city in the state of Florida.
Isn't that the Keys?
Which one?
Key West.
Yes, he is our winner. All right, so there we go. 1 for 1. All right.
We're back. We had to take a quick break because Sean just leaves the doors unlocked while we're doing the podcast, and people just walk in here.
Oh, this weekend the doors unlocked and I wasn't here. And
yeah, what was that about? So why?
we had a good party.
So we don't have to mention any names or hurt any feelings here. But what is that all about? Because you have not stopped talking to me about this issue since it happened. I've never seen you this distraught about a particular subject. I'll be honest.
I want to get into first of all too, and. I'm distraught because I don't know. I don't take sides, and I don't know. But anyway, let's get into this issue. So, I have a host that runs my Monday nights.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we met somebody that works for Don't Tell that's actually coming here July 15th. I don't know if we're supposed to announce that, but we just did.
Okay.
We weren't supposed to tape the joint either. But So anyway, it was one of those things. It's not that I'm so distraught about it.
Okay.
But it's that, I almost like to ask your, what you think because it helps me kind of put things together because I'm caught between a rock and a hard place.
Okay. Well, what happened?
So the person that does the Don't Tell comedy in St. Pete was like, oh, yeah, I'll do the one here.
Right. Okay.
Well, our guest last week is like, well, no, I'm the Don't Tell person.
Okay.
This is my show.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm saying,
we know who that is because they were on the show and you just said the guest last week.
Yeah. So anyway, in my mind, I want Don't Tell to be a part of the gimmick any way, shape, or form. And I don't want comics to have any riffs, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's just like sports. You know how you figure it out?
Yeah.
What show's better and who's funnier?
Yeah. You just
What do you think? I mean, you think basically they run this place and I ask for permission.
So I guess what I don't understand is that what are they doing to bring them here? Like that you didn't do or couldn't do.
Okay, so what your thing is how do these people help comedy grow in the gimmick?
Yeah. These people who are fighting over Don't Tell comedy or don't whatever it's called.
They're not fighting over it.
Okay.
I think it's actually the
one
person running
saying,
it.
Don't bring it here. No one else can bring them here but me. Right?
Not really.
Okay.
It's more complicated than that. It's more like, well, I should be like the comedy stuff is my gig here.
Okay, and is
that
the other
true? One's like Monday nights.
Monday nights is
we have a Friday night show put on.
We are that person. I don't understand.
Yeah, we are. We are the gimmick. But I guess what I'm saying is, what can't I do? I don't have the pipeline of the people in comedy.
Okay.
Don't Tell. Like Mary Kate that was here yesterday, she reached out to me. And my buddy Dan, actually, who runs my next show, he actually told me, like, the first week he was here, like, yo, you should get Don't Tell in here.
Right.
Then the next week, I get an email from Mary Kate being like, I'm Don't Tell. And we're coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
But did you not reach out to Don't Tell first on your own or no?
I never did.
You never did.
I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
So, but the reason Dan told me about it, like, literally the first week is because he runs the Don't Tell in St. Pete.
Okay.
And so he was like, well, I just assumed whenever that time comes, it's me.
Right.
And well, Mary Kate is a firecracker, and she's like, gotta ask for the business.
Yeah.
She's like, renting your equipment for $20 an hour. How would she ever be able to run a podcast for $20 an hour with the equipment if she didn't ask?
Yeah, good
Did you ever get back to her yet, or?
Well, no one's renting my equipment for $20 an hour. I don't know whose idea that was.
But anyway, so she's gonna run the show, and we'll see how it goes from there. I like a good controversy.
So she's going to run the Don't Tell show.
It looks like that.
And Dan is not.
It looks like he's actually performing on her show.
Oh, does he know that already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's all good, and there is no drama.
Yeah.
Well, what does that have to do with the door being left open?
Oh no, that was another thing. I was very distraught.
That's what you were distraught about. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes some things happen. I don't know really who to blame personally, but one way or another, after a show on a Saturday night in Ybor, you walk in, the side door's unlocked, nothing stolen, no one in here. But yeah, that's tough. Like for me, that was I'm checking all the doors. I have to pull the gun out and drop it everywhere. But you know what? Here's what I'm learning.
Tell me.
In the gimmick and taking in information from everything that I am, I'm finding my own way.
Yeah.
And I was in an industry for 21 straight years, never leaving it.
You're right.
Okay. I appreciate everything that was, but you know what else I appreciate? Getting rid of the same thing for a long, long time and feeling free. But you don't have those 20 employees that you trust and love.
Right.
You don't have the family business thing going on.
Sure.
You are in a new city with a new business, and you've got a trial and error.
I mean,
me and you from the day one. There's give takes and everything, but I feel like we were on the same mental path. Some people maybe just. I don't know. Some people forget. They're forgetful. So, some people are, here's what I've learned.
Yeah.
For the gimmick, I got to go about this myself and try to surround myself in each situation with people that are going to continue to accelerate what we're doing here.
Right. So you're basically you're not even still answering the question of what I'm talking about or what I'm saying. So somebody had left the door open. We're not going to mention who that person was, but you were very upset about it.
I was very upset that
you're very upset about it, and then you feel that you're not getting the truth out of this person.
Oh, that thing. No.
Let's just talk about it real. Because
that I'm still trying to figure out. So I don't want to put those facts on the table until I really get to understand. And I'm reaching out to everybody that is involved. Here's what I was percolating to you that you're just throwing on the open airways, which is fine for me.
Okay? Is it? Because you don't seem like you're comfortable.
I like to protect people's,
nobody knows who this person is.
Okay. But what I'm saying is I want to find out. For me, trust and loyalty are the two biggest things. And what I'm saying is a door being unlocked is a bad thing.
I agree. I agree.
There's a lot of things. What I was saying to you and trying to portray to you is, and speaking off camera now on camera.
Do you need me to portray it for you?
No. What I'm trying to say is, if something like that happens, what I was trying to tell you is, because you were my vent in this situation, I just want to know what happened so I feel like I'm in the loop.
Right.
I can't have questions not being, you know what I mean? And especially as somebody that you have respect for and you've helped and they've helped you and, so it's just tough for me. So it was a tough day.
So basically, this person who you believe left the door open is not giving you honest answers on what happened.
I wouldn't say honest, just not answers.
Just not answers. You feel they're not being clear with you, and that's
I just
kind of
don't
hurting
know.
your
I'm
feelings.
trying to find out why. I just want a clear path why.
Yeah,
so that I can correct the problem in the future, so I can know what happened.
And you've been asking, and you can't seem to get clear answers.
I can only ask so many ways. So, but I want to find, because how about this?
Yeah.
What if somebody, and there could be three answers. Oh, I was asleep in the driveway.
Yeah.
Or, I did lock it. Somebody had to run back in to grab something, and when they didn't, my friend had to go take a piss.
Right.
And when they did that, they came out that door and didn't lock it from the back.
It's just frustrating.
Anything.
You don't
I just want to, or lie to me.
Or lie to you. Call me and lie.
Yeah. Call me, lie.
Okay.
But no, so that was my vent to you, is what I was saying, is because, listen, whether you know it or not, and I think you do, is this is your place too. So I like to get a lot of perspective from you, because sometimes sometimes people mistake my kindness for weakness.
Right.
So I like getting another perspective from you, because in my mind, after 21 years in a completely different industry, that I had my the utmost respect for everybody that I worked with. I had a lot of success because of that. This is just a different animal from what I just was in 20 years ago. Yeah. What if you left what you did for the last 15 years and just said, I'm going to do this?
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
But you got to find out, so I get perspective from you because I don't know how to feel sometimes because this is a new situation.
Yeah.
And, you're relatable. You have different businesses that you have to trust people.
Right.
So I just try to get that perspective for you. But a lot of times you're like, dude, no. There's a difference between perspective and content. And I love that you're bringing out this content. That's why I love you, bro.
You said you had stuff you wanted to share. And
well, I was trying to tell you about the comedy. And then you just angled back to the one that I didn't want to share.
Well, you did say you wanted to share this earlier, I believe.
Yeah, I tried to share it as little as possible because I'm still trying to. I almost feel like, am I missing something? Why am I not getting just an answer?
Well, I think that this is a good lesson for everybody because, like you said, moving here and not having people in your corner, you need to be able to trust people.
Trust and loyalty are the two biggest things.
Maybe this was just an honest mistake, and the person is just embarrassed to admit.
It's not even admit, because I asked you, just tell me. I don't give a fuck. I mean, but I do. That's the other problem too. Is I do give a fuck.
You do give a fuck.
But I'm getting better and better every time. I mean, listen, I had conversations with my comedy folks as well. After talking to your perspective, because it means a lot, and all those things have been changed and taken care of. And I think the people that changed those, whether they were forced into it in their mind or not, it happened. What do you think? Forced into it so that it was...
Well, of course. Yeah.
You think
you
so?
don't kill the golden goose.
No.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to pay rent around here?
But the comedy shows have been amazing.
Yeah.
Comedy shows have been amazing.
Yeah, so back to this issue you were having with this other person. So are you going to try again, or do you want me to try to mend the fences for you guys?
Oh, no, there's no fences to mend.
Okay.
I'm just waiting to, I'm just going to talk to a couple other people that were involved.
Yeah.
And just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. I want to feel comfortable.
Okay, you want to feel comfortable. Okay. So the comedy shows are going great, yeah. The comedy shows are great.
What now? Are you going to come to the Don't Tell?
Maybe I'll come to that. When is it again?
Friday, 8:00, and
this
they
Friday?
don't tell you who that. No, next Friday. It's the 15th.
Okay, Friday the 15th.
And then they don't tell you who the headliner is, but it's a big headliner. We're going to see 50+ people. It's
Do
pretty
you
awesome.
even know who the headliner is?
Nobody does.
Nobody
they won't tell you
knows.
till day of.
They won't even tell the venue owner until day of.
No.
And how do they get people to buy tickets? They buy them in advance, and they just don't know who you're going to see?
No, Eventbrite, $25 a ticket.
Okay.
We're the East Ybor
And who
location.
keeps all that money?
Not me.
Not you. Well, obviously not you.
But we're working apart. I'd love to do a partnership. I think it's great.
But does Don't Tell get all that money?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's how they pay.
And they get a free venue. Yeah. So how does that work?
Well, they have...
So they're just like, hey, we're going to use your venue for free and charge tickets, and we're going to keep all that money.
And keep the money.
Really?
You can have a few free tickets for you and your friends.
What a business.
But here's the kicker. That day...
Yeah.
We have a special event, like a comedy show that's the late night. It's an adult late night show at 10:30.
Okay.
So that one's from 8 to 9:15.
Mm-hmm.
Then right at 9:30, we start kicking into our show.
Okay.
Which we're selling tickets to. They're only $10 tickets. I believe we have like 30 seats left. That's Friday the 15th at 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Be here by 9:30. But we're going to get a lot of foldover because it won't be the same people that were on the original show.
Got it.
It'll be other
Okay.
people. So for me, it's exposure.
Okay.
They're putting on a show
Yeah.
in my venue, yes.
Yeah.
I'm turning the lights on.
Yeah.
But they're putting on a show to a ton of comedy fans that never knew about the gimmick.
Yeah.
Now, typically... These are shows done in these like businesses and stuff.
Right. I saw one in like a surf shop or something
exactly.
one time.
So
yeah.
they do stuff like that just to like, hey, promote the surf shop. But it's cool because we do comedy shows here.
Yep.
So now the comedy community in the area is going to know about every Monday night, 8:00, be here for open mic.
Yeah.
You know, once a month we have a late night show. Once a month we have a regular show. We're going to have headlighting shows. So
yeah,
I just got to talk with the owner and see if we... No,
so you're hoping that the Don't Tell... Because obviously if you're following Don't Tell Comedy, you are a comedian fan
100%.
or a fan of comedy.
100%.
So you're hoping... Oh, give me 1 second.
Yep.
Okay, so you're hoping that they're basically going to, like you said, expose them to the place of this new comedy venue, right?
Comedy
venue.
venue.
It's not so much to sell. I guess the point I'm getting at, it's not so much to sell your art as it is.
I mean, people
to get people to understand there's a comedy show here.
Both, I think.
Well,
I
you need
think,
to get more art on the walls before this happens.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the other thing too is, no, we have art. I have unlimited supplies of art.
What?
Yeah, I have art everywhere right now. I'm in like 7, 8 different places all around the city. Up
Well, are you
north.
gonna bring? I mean, what does that good?
Yeah,
does that do then
of
when they're
course.
not
For the
here?
show, we won't have empty spaces on the wall.
Okay, well, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
Sex
yeah,
Friday,
of course.
so-
Maybe I should turn over the comedy to you.
You know what you should do? I think you should turn the art over to me. That
Yeah,
would be,
exactly. I'm done with another piece, Austin. What do I do? No, but
Dude.
here's the cool thing.
Yeah.
With the new shirt we made too, actually. We have 5 things that happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have art and vintage. We do events. We have a comedy show, a comedy club.
Yep.
And we have our podcast.
Okay.
So those 5 things, especially to the sponsors
Mm-hmm.
that are growing on all platforms, they don't just have, hey, there's X amount of people watching and listening to your podcast. I would love to be a sponsor. Now it's like, hey, we have this podcast that 3,000 or 4,000 people a week listen to.
Right.
But on top of that, we do comedy shows once a week. We do art shows once a month.
Mm-hmm.
We do this, that. So it's like a branding. The gimmick is a brand of the special events we run. We can run vendors on Monday. So like these sponsors are going to get triple bang for their buck, if you will, by being... If you're a sponsor of the show, you're also a sponsor of the comedy show. But it doesn't cost you anything else.
Right.
I think it's a big opportunity for small businesses, especially in the Tampa area, to get a reach in many different forms.
Got it.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think
that's what I'm going for. You talk about the master plan.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
The master plan.
It's
okay.
the brand.
It's the brand.
gimmick.
It's the brand.
We have our podcast
Yep.
that's growing.
Yep.
And a lot of paid sponsors are going to, especially in the beginning, because we are still so affordable, are going to have a great chance to get the highest volume of people to pay attention to them for the lowest amount of cost to them.
Got it.
That's the home run for a small business. If I had the opportunity like that, I'd do it too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I am, because
You
the
are
gimmicks, the
small.
comic club, the gimmicks. But that's my point. Is
Yeah.
like this is a huge opportunity, and that will in turn grow the show. Let us do more things, take trips. We were talking about sponsorships to do to give to charities. We would
Yeah.
love to do a bunch of different things, and it starts today when we start doing street interviews. I'm jacked up. I don't know about
I
you.
can tell you're jacked up, and I'm excited for you. Hey, if you're excited, I'm excited. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Absolutely.
So I probably will come to the Don't Tell, which is going to be July 15th.
Should I make you pay the $25?
Time,
Or no, just kidding.
what time is it?
Be here by 7:30.
Be here by 7:30. You said 50 seats available?
There's going to be 50 seats available, and then 10
Okay.
o'clock. That's our late night show after that, so
Yeah.
you can sit whatever. But I got you set up in the studio.
So go to don'ttellcomedy.com
East Ybor.
and you can buy tickets.
Yep.
Okay, nice. So that's exciting.
Definitely.
Speaking of taking trips, where do you have you like do you
Well,
take
one more thing too,
Yeah.
like and I appreciate you putting on the stop for things like that too, and a lot of people had mentioned too, like we're one guy light.
right
How did that work? Like, what happened
with
there?
the podcast?
Yeah, like everybody asked
Well,
me,
it
like,
was-
where's Fitz, and like, is he like?
miss
Have you
Fitz.
talked to him? I miss him too.
No, I haven't talked to
so
him
he
much
just- he
lately.
blew
You know,
us
it
off
just
now.
kind of me personally, I just felt the last time Fitz was here, it was clear. Well, it was clear he wasn't really invested or didn't want to be here. You
Right,
know, and I love Fitz. I
I do
don't
too.
want to waste his time. If he doesn't like to do it, I don't want to keep asking him to come or do me any favors.
But see, I wanted to. Like, I would rather have him here not wanting to be here.
Well, notice this
No, I'm
too.
just
Like,
kidding, I'm
so
just
he
kidding.
hasn't been here, but he hasn't said anything to us
Yeah,
about not
he
coming. So
hasn't.
obviously he didn't care, and
Yeah.
that's okay.
I was just trying to. Hey, we're putting all our laundry on the table. I just figured I'd throw.
Yeah.
Fitzy, if you're out there, you
we
just
miss
know
you,
we
Fitz.
love you.
We miss you, Fitz.
Naughty Nate, we're waiting for your
And-
stand up too. We miss him too. He's kind of a part of this podcast.
Yeah, I would say to Fitz too, if he's listening, he
Yeah.
probably isn't. That if anytime he wants to come, he's always
Oh,
welcome. Here,
absolutely.
he's always welcome. So anyway,
Just no more running the computer.
I'm doing the computer.
So he can sit with us though.
He can sit with us. and
Yeah, he's
chat,
a great
man.
personality too.
He's fun. He's a great guy. So anyway, that's the
What
story
trip are
for
you
Fitz.
going on?
Well, I have to go to Dallas in August. You ever been to Dallas?
No, what are you, a new tattoo guy? Because
No,
he's only doing
it's-
5-hour shifts.
Well, at the end of July, I finally go and finish my tattoo, and I had to book 2 days just to make sure he'll finish this time. But it's a piece of fucking art, dude.
It is. It really is.
But anyway, yeah. So I have to do that at the end of July. But August, I'm going to Dallas. If anyone has any comments or like places I should see or visit in Dallas, please let me know.
Bring your camera.
Yeah, I will bring my camera. Have you never been to Dallas?
Never been to Dallas.
Where
no.
do you travel? Do you ever travel?
Yeah.
Since I've known you, besides going
So
to get
before-
your cheap Bronco.
Cheap Bronco?
I mean,
How dare you?
Plastic pieces of
Hey,
a Kia.
you know what? Let's stop right there. On Instagram or
Yeah.
on, we want comments now, and we're going to post this clip. The Jeep Wrangler or the new 2021 Ford Bronco?
Well, I have a Jeep Gladiator, fine.
But the Jeep Wrangler,
Either way.
it's a Wrangler. You look at it, it's a
Yours
Wrangler.
doesn't want to be a Wrangler.
It's
with
a Wrangler. We would love to know what you think about the Jeep versus Ford Bronco battle.
Yes, but anyways, do you not travel anywhere?
Well, I travel everywhere. First of all,
never since we've met, you've gone nowhere besides to pick up your truck
in Vermont.
Yeah, well, and do you go on vacation? I'm asking, do you go on vacation?
Yeah, I'll go one better. Before I owned my gyms, and before I traveled for 3.5 years to a different town across the entire country every 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So what's your favorite towns?
Favorite. So
places you visited that you love?
For fun, because I was working a lot.
Yeah, I'd say for fun
gyms.
More so.
I love Nashville.
Okay,
just
never
outside,
been there.
Yeah, just outside of Nashville.
Okay.
Love San Antonio, Texas.
Wow.
We were staying in Canyon Lake.
Yeah.
And let me tell you about this too. My boy Spath, you met my boy.
Yeah, I remember him.
He was working with me actually on that promotion. We went to a small gym. Mm-hmm. Outdoor pool is like one of those like old country clubs. But dude, we were staying in Canyon Lake. Okay. Because we had to book these places not knowing anything. Okay. Canyon Lake, as you're driving 35 minutes to this gym just outside, like about an hour outside of San Antonio, tumbleweeds. Literally tumbleweeds down the like you are going down a canyon road with random shack businesses.
Nice.
And then you start. George Gervin lived right in the town Hermitage where we were.
You're right.
He had a ranch there. So I saw him at a gas station one random. I don't know if you're a basketball fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Iceman. But it was pretty incredible. Like
really?
The small town. But Riverwalk was amazing.
Okay.
Loved it. I'll tell you a story.
Yeah, that was the original Riverwalk that we got inspired by here in Tampa and built our Riverwalk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was actually modeled
Nothing
after.
like it, though.
Oh, really?
Well, no, because that Riverwalk you can walk right down. On our Riverwalk, there's only one side with like a fall off. This thing's a little river that you could probably.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that is where the idea came from.
Cool.
Yeah, from San Antonio. I knew that, but anyway.
San
Antonio is one of your favorites.
Yeah.
What about out of the country? Anywhere out of the country you've been?
No, and I've had many opportunities. I've just turned it down.
You've never been out of the country?
Never.
Ever? Not even like
Mexico.
The Bahamas?
Nope.
Mexico, nothing. Wow. Okay, I was just
Canadian
curious.
border because I live in Vermont, but never to Canada even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's no. I mean, listen.
Yeah.
Look, have you?
So I actually went to Vancouver like 2 years ago on a sailing trip. I was on a sailboat for like 2 days, or no, like a week or 2 weeks with this big YouTuber guy, and it was a whole like filming thing.
Was it a cool thing?
Dude, it was so cool. It was
something you'll ever do again?
Dude, I would go every single year if this guy would invite me.
Sick.
But it was amazing, and it was definitely one of the like more beautiful places I've ever seen in my entire life. We were out in this place called we were out on the water, obviously, but it was called Devil's something, I want to say.
Okay.
But I'll see if I can find a little video, and I'll throw it up for you of what that trip was.
I've been out. My mom's been everywhere.
Your mom has?
Austria. Yeah, she traveled in college. I think she even went in high school. My wife was born and raised in a different country.
Yeah,
but
South Africa, right?
Yeah, so like.
And she's never asked you to go there? Or?
She doesn't want to go back.
She doesn't want to go there.
No, her whole family's there, but
great.
that's not, where she lives. You're not just traveling back to have a good time.
Okay, got it.
But what I'm saying though is like it's one of those things where I was asking you, to get an experience, like which I understand, and you sailed once. Somebody told you what to do, and you felt like I went sailing. But did you go sailing, or did you sit in the movie theater and watch the movie?
Yeah. Well, let me be clear. It wasn't about sailing for me or for us. It was really about learning how to do video and tell stories. There was a captain of the sailboat who did basically all the work the whole time.
Okay.
So, but the place itself was really, really beautiful up in the mountains. I'll play this video for you real quick if you got a minute. We'll throw it up on the screen. Of this trip. It was a pretty cool experience. Let me get it all set up here.
And what did you gain from that experience other than the experience itself?
I talk about it in this video, so why don't you wait and watch? I'm gonna move.
Can't wait.
I'm gonna move this mic a little closer.
Yeah, please.
See, look how beautiful it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen sailboats before, in real life on the lake. But no, this must have been cool for you.
How cute I am.
So, anyway.
So who taught you about lighting and the cameras?
A lot of cool things, and I'm excited to kind of bring them back and to put them into my own videos and editing and things like that. Short hair.
Oh yeah, you didn't have the man bun yet?
Awesome, what's going on this morning? Having a great time practicing some interview setups.
Now, did you learn about filming through this?
To be honest, I'm definitely getting a little homesick, and it's only day 3. But I'm definitely still glad I came because I was like so nervous about coming and the people I would meet, and I got to keep reminding myself that there's a lot of good people out there and a lot of good people that I can learn from, and it's not just Levi on this trip that I'm learning from. I'm learning from everybody, which is awesome.
I mean,
talk about lessons learned, dude. I mean,
hey, I'm glad you had a good time. What the fuck? You sound like a baby back bitch.
What are you talking about?
Homesick. Just make sure you learn from everybody. That goes without saying, doesn't it?
What do you mean? Dude, the point you asked me what I learned, and I fucking learned that you can learn something from everybody.
So you needed this trip on this boat to learn that you could learn something from everybody?
It was a nice...
You could have called me if you knew me 2 years ago, and I could have told you that. You didn't have to go into the rain.
I'm still trying to learn anything that you've taught me so far. So I tried to play something nice for you.
That was beautiful, man.
Dude.
Tear to my eye.
Shut up. Dude, I thought it was a great video.
No, for you, obviously for you, that was a great experience.
That was a great experience.
That's awesome.
And great
We should do something like that together one day.
So I would say...
Maybe I can learn from you.
So I would say, you've learned a lot from me, I think.
Definitely. Yeah, how to
how to give away your business in 30 days. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, why'd you teach me that?
Dude.
No, but you have definitely, you've inspired me for sure.
Okay. Yeah,
I just don't need a rainy sailboat trip for it. No, but here's the thing too: is you could have done that on a mile out on the ocean.
Yeah, but it was about the experience, meeting the people that I met, and it was a great time.
But is it because you traveled to Vancouver though?
Well,
because you were almost like poking at me that I've never been outside the country.
Well,
that's like a bad thing.
Well, it's sad.
No, it's not.
It's sad
to you.
Yeah, to me, it's sad.
Yeah, I can tell you're a sad man. I can tell you have your sad moments. I'm not sad, so shouldn't it matter what for you? Me not traveling shouldn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I won't give a fuck about you. I don't care where you go, what you do, whatever.
Well, no, but it's not even about that.
Yeah.
It's just about I now appreciate.
You
appreciate that trip.
Yeah, okay.
No, I appreciate
the whole point. I was just asking what places you like to visit.
Yeah, can I hear
places you like to visit? Yeah, great. Okay, Vancouver's nice.
Where else have you been?
Costa Rica. I went recently, and that was awesome. Never been there before.
How about Miami? I know you've gone down for your tattoo. Do you like Miami?
I love Miami. Yeah, it's a little bit more congested for me. That it's like
what were you homesick about?
I like to just be home with my wife, and
Oh, she wasn't with you?
No, I was by myself with like 7 strangers on a sailboat.
That's sick, man. That sounds like a Netflix series.
It kind of is like a Netflix series. So now you're getting why it was cool.
Yeah.
Okay, finally. It's about time. It only takes you 10 minutes to get through why that's a good experience. Jesus. All right. Well, let's take another quick break, and then we'll come back. And,
Absolutely.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
What's good, Tampa? We're going to check out the pizza spots today. Our first spot, Duamici's. Enjoy.
So here we are at Duamici's, one of the many pizza spots here in Ybor City, and we're going to try it out. We got 2 slices of cheese pizza right here. We're going to try out Duamici, and we're going to go to another pizza spot and compare the two. And but I will say, from appearance, this is an A+, and the portion size is amazing. So I'm already digging this. Got my Diet Coke handy. I know I'll get shit for that.
All right, what we got here?
Okay, so this is, we're kind of doing the barstool rolls of cheese only, and we're going to try out Duamici first, and then we're going to head over to New York.
Yep. So, we're just going straight cheese today, and we're just going to take a few bites and figure it out.
Well, I think we should one at a time maybe, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you first.
All right. See?
I said on appearance it looks really good. Oh my goodness gracious.
I've never had a cheese slice here.
No?
Never in my life. I mean, it's amazing food.
He He's had enough, can't you tell?
The owner had to make sure I wasn't being too sloppy in here.
Yeah, exactly.
So, have you ever had a plain cheese slice from Amici?
Never.
Wow.
I'm not a plain cheese
Kind of guy?
typically.
I noticed from that video we saw today sailing.
Again, barely any flop for a slice this big.
Don't talk Portnoy in front of me.
I can't help it. I'm not a pizza folder. Are you a pizza folder?
Whatever, however it gets there.
That's really, really good. Did you feel that crunch?
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a mark. You are a Portnoy mark.
When you watch enough pizza reviews, we're gonna have to somehow remember this taste and then compare it to New York, New York.
But we're leaving right here and walking straight there. But I got to tell you, man, sit back, relax, and enjoy us eating.
We're gonna head over now to New York, New York. We'll see you over there.
Peace. So we went to Amici. Now we're putting it to the test against New York, New York, a staple here in Ybor. So let's figure it out and find out. Here we go. It's thin.
Thinner than Amici? Much thinner, huh?
Way thinner. Taste is different here. Thinner's one thing. I mean, the flavor isn't what Amici is. No. It's just not. The crust, they got that thin, like, crackery crust.
Yeah. Much thinner, huh?
A little drippage here. But, I mean, if you haven't had New York pizza, you know it's a good pizza in town for sure. But, I mean, does it rival, the best? What do you think?
To what Sean is saying, I agree with you. Definitely much thinner.
Yeah.
But again, a large slice, though.
Big slice.
Oh my God, there's like a fucking pubic hair on mine. There's like a fucking pubic hair.
Eat it.
No,
For $5?
Fuck that. What the fuck is that, man? I can't eat it, dude.
You gotta go up there and ask for help.
Oh, dude. That's fucked me up.
So do I have to go change it out?
I don't know that it would make a difference.
Do you have to have a slice like a try of mine?
No, I think they're disqualified.
Mine didn't have it.
Lucky you, dude. Mine has a fucking pube out on it. Yeah.
Different, right?
Different for sure than Amici.
Yep, different. Taste is different.
It's got a tang. Again, I'm using that Dave
Mark it out.
Portnoy.
But what I'm
Portnoy
saying
language.
is, you feel like it's thinner.
Yeah, it's much thinner. Size is about the same size slice.
Yep.
For size, it's the same
Yep.
per slice. But definitely thinner and runnier.
Right. Yeah,
runnier. A little more fun. Like this is, I feel like it's like it has to be full pizza. Like I have to fold.
You have no choice.
Like I don't have much of a choice. And then it kind of is all becoming soupy in the middle.
It is. Now, this is one of the acclaimed best places to get pizza in Tampa.
Does you?
A lot of people in New York, but that's my thing. Like, but it sounds like between here and
Well,
the Amici, it's not.
I'm definitely team Amici. And theirs is more like gourmet.
It is, but even though it's a cheese slice, it's like it's made better and with more love.
All right, I'm done with this.
Me too. I just want to be clear. I don't want to say it in front of them, but I just saw the sorrow on his face when I said thank you.
Yeah.
He knows that it was his pube that was on your pizza. How did the second slice taste?
Not great.
No?
No.
But, so Ybor is really nice this time of day, too, and it just makes me feel like old-fashioned when you see people smoking spice in front of you. We checked out a couple pizza places, Amici and New York, New York. To summarize, I'm going to let you go first. What did you think about the two, and which one was better?
Well, the pube clearly disqualified New York, New York. Therefore,
after tasting it.
Regardless, even after we removed the pube and got a new slice of pizza, I still think Amici was far superior, in my opinion.
Oh, so my very opinion is Duamici's up on the top 5 places I've ever had pizza in my life.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I'd agree. It's one of the best places in Tampa. Them and Eddie and Sam's. And
Never been to Eddie and Sam's. I know that you're a Portnoy Mark, but yeah, I got to tell you, Duamici without a doubt is the best pizza place in Ybor in Tampa for sure.
yeah, I would probably agree with you on that. So are you ready to finish the podcast?
Yeah, let's finish up. But guys, thanks for paying attention. If you want to be the sponsor of the next time we go out and hit the streets, you know where to find us. Peace.
Okay. Why are you such a scumbag?
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm cool.
Yeah. No more WNBA, right? I love the other day.
I've tried.
Yeah, okay.
I've tried.
I like that the other day, too, when you were so distraught about this issue you're having with this person, you said to me on the phone, you go, I am who I am, and sometimes, I have really great ideas, and other times I have WNBA. I'm like, yeah, that
Here's
sums
the thing.
it up.
It was that wasn't even an idea. That was something that I wanted to follow through with.
Okay.
And the WNBA ducked me.
Did they?
Officially ducked me.
Oh, man.
Because they didn't accept me for being a woman on the basketball court.
Right.
So that's not me. That's them.
I love, too, that your brother was like, when I said to your brother, I go, dude, but he's not, I don't think he could beat somebody in the WNBA. He's like, no, he could beat somebody in the WNBA, but it doesn't mean he's good at basketball. Which, again, just completely burying the WNBA.
Yeah.
Did you see that skit I sent you where the guy's like, do you want to go to the WNBA or $1?
Perfect example.
Yeah. It's sad,
But
though.
they need to get paid just as much as LeBron. Makes
Is that what they
sense.
say?
Oh, they say, well, equal pay.
Well, I mean, that can't be right. There's things called merchandising, ticket
There's
sales.
so many things that we just overlook.
Jeez.
Not just there.
Oh, man. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask, do you have, do you clean, the house? Does your wife clean the house? Or do you have,
We both.
cleaning people that do it or anything
We
like
have
that?
it when we were in Vermont. We had cleaning people. We clean it now, and with 3 kids, it's tough.
Oh, I bet.
My wife's a beast, though, man. She is good. But yeah, we do it. We there's 2 days a week where we'll take 2 or 3 hours, and
Okay.
it's game time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
How about you?
Well, we do have cleaning people
Yep.
now that come, and they just started not long ago, and every other week. And I'm one of those people. I hate it, because I don't like strangers in my house.
Not only that, they put stuff where it doesn't belong.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, you're like, this is a waste of money because they aren't doing shit.
Yeah, no,
They're
they
missing
tidy.
under there. They're missing. Yeah,
they tidy up. That's all they do.
And you have dogs, so that's the only probably thing the hair
Vacuum and all that shit,
But here's the
but-
thing: it takes you 15 minutes, and you're like, "This is a waste."
Yeah, and I have to be away from my house for 2 hours while they do this, and then I don't trust them in the first
Fuck
place.
no.
I'm the same with hotels, cruise ships. I always have to do not disturb. I do not let people in my room.
Oh, fuck
no
no.
matter what. I just don't trust anybody. Stone cold.
So cold.
Anyway, good show.
That was a great show.
I hope so. Okay.
Now let's go hit the strizzies.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us on the What's Good Tampa show. How do they find you? Want to go through that
find
thing?
me vintage_gimmick. We are 2213 East 6th Avenue. Book your new event here. Comedy nights, Monday, 8 o'clock. Open mics. Awesome show. And 15th. Don't Tell Comedy coming. You better get your tickets because 10 o'clock we have the after party. But yes, vintage_gimmick on Instagram, the gimmick on Facebook. Hit us up.
Awesome.
Where do we find you?
Tampa is Life, tampaslife.com. What's Good Tampa Show, what'sgoodtampa.com, and what's good Tampa at gmail.com if you want to be a sponsor of the show. So, anyways, great to see you guys. We'll talk to you all next time. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the What's Good Tampa Show. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at What's Good Tampa Show or visit what'sgoodtampa.com to get involved with the show. See you next time.